stream today. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain. This is the first in the Fighting Fantasy series. It's kind of like the Sonic book that we did, except that Sonic book was inspired by this series. So, this came first. Don't get the two confused.
If you need extra light, you can turn that one on. Right up at the top.
Just gotta exit out of this.
There you go. Ow. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Mom's having kind of a high pain day, so we brought the stream to her.
Sorry, guys. Doing the best I can. Getting old ain't not for sissies. Holy Nikes.
I'll let you know when it's okay to swear.
I said shnikes.
I know, and I'm letting you know. I will let you know when it's okay to swear.
Good, because then I'm going to let forth for the whole stream. I know all the good words.
Oh, yeah. Oh. It's true. She knows every swear word from A to Omega.
Oh, actually, to Z.
No, we got to get the Greek alphabet in there.
Zeta.
Omega is the last letter in the Greek alphabet.
I'm having fun.
Okay.
I'm old and I'm in pain. Be nice to me.
So, because I don't feel like writing in the book for our character sheet, I've got a binder with some paper here and our dice. Now, a fun fact about these books, they require a lot of dice rolls, but, let's say you want to read it on a bus or in a car or on a plane where you're not exactly going to have dice on you. Well, that's a cool little feature of these books is on at least every odd number page, to my knowledge, there's a little combination of dice right there. So if you need to make a dice roll, you just flip to a random page. Oh, look, there's dice, but I don't care. We're using actual dice because I have a ton of them. It's okay to swear now. I have a shit ton of dice.
Fuck. God, this hurts.
Okay, so the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Now it starts off with this map right here. I don't know if that's going to be useful because it looks more like a flyer for advertising a place.
Okay, maps like those in the books.
Yeah.
Are for visual people like me. So that you have something to refer back to. So you may it may help.
Okay.
In decision making.
How will you start your adventure? The book you hold in your hands is a gateway to another world, a world of dark magic, terrifying monsters, brooding castles, treacherous dungeons, and untold danger, where a noble few defend against the myriad schemes of evil, the forces of evil. Welcome to the world of fighting fantasy. You're about to embark on a thrilling fantasy in which you are the hero. You decide which route to take, which dangers to risk, and which creatures to fight. But be warned, it will also be you who has to live or die by the consequences of your actions. Take heed, for success is by no means certain, and you may well fail in your mission on your first attempt. But have no fear. With experience, skill, and luck, each new attempt should bring you a step closer to your ultimate goal.
Wait. Actions have consequences?
Yes.
Damn it.
Consequences.
Sorry.
Prepare yourself, for when you turn the page, you will enter an exciting, perilous, fighting fantasy adventure where every choice is yours to make, in an adventure in which you are the hero. How would you like to begin your adventure? If you are new to fighting fantasy, it's a good idea to read through the rules which appear on pages 198 to 203 before you start. If you have played fighting fantasy before, you'll realize that to have any chance of success, you will need to discover your hero's attributes. You can create your own character by following the instructions on pages 198 to 199. Don't forget to enter your character's details on the adventure sheet, which appears on 206. Okay, so we're going to go to page 198.
Okie dokie.
So we can read up on the rules rules and how this shit works.
Those aren't going to be good.
How to fight the creatures of the underworld. Ooh, this should be interesting. Creatures of the underworld. Before embarking on your adventure, you must first determine your own strengths and weaknesses by rolling dice to determine your initial scores. On pages 206 to 207, there is an adventure sheet, which you may use to record the details of an adventure. I'll be using a piece of paper and a binder for that. On it, you will find boxes for recording your skill, stamina, and luck scores. You are advised to either record your scores on the adventure sheet in pencil or make photocopies of the sheet to use in future adventures. So, there's actually a Kickstarter. I don't know if it's still up, but there's a Kickstarter going to get these republished and finally published in the US.
Oh, cool.
And I backed it for $1 so that I can get a digital adventure sheet so I can just print out as many as I want.
Oh, neat.
But that reward hasn't arrived yet, so I'm still waiting for that. Skill, stamina, and luck. To determine your initial skill, stamina, and luck scores, roll 1 die, add 6 to this number, and enter the total in the skill box on the adventure sheet. Okay. Roll for... So we are rolling for skill. 6.
And the peasants rejoice. Yay!
Yeah. So our skill is 12.
Is still crack-a-lackin'.
Roll both dice. Add 12 to the number rolled and enter this total in the stamina box. Okay. 7. So our stamina is 19. Roll 1 die. Add 6 to this number and enter this total in the luck box. 3. So our luck is 9. Skill reflects your swordsmanship and fighting expertise. The higher, the better. Stamina represents your strength. The higher your stamina, the longer you will survive. Luck represents how lucky a person you are. Luck and magic are facts of life in the fantasy world you're about to explore. Skill, stamina, and luck scores change constantly during an adventure, so keep an eraser handy. You must keep an accurate record of these scores, but never rub out your initial scores. Although you may receive additional skill, stamina, and luck points, these totals may never exceed your initial scores, except on very rare occasions, when instructed on a particular page.
Okie dokie.
Battles! When you are told to fight a creature, you must resolve the battle as described below. First, record the creature's skill and stamina scores, as given on the page, in an empty monster encounter box on your adventure sheet. The sequence of combat is then 1. Roll the 2 dice for the creature, add its skill score, and though its total attack strength. 2. Roll the 2 dice for yourself, add your current skill, this is your attack strength. Whose attack strength is higher? If your attack strength is higher, you have wounded the creature. If the creature's attack strength is higher, it has wounded you. If both are the same, you have both missed. Start the next attack round from step 1 above. If you wounded the creature, subtract 2 points from its stamina score. You may use luck here to do additional damage. See using luck in battles below. If the creature wounded you, subtract 2 points from your stamina score. You may use luck to minimize the damage. Again, see below. Make the appropriate changes to either the creature's or your own stamina scores and your luck score if you use luck, and begin the next attack round. Repeat steps 1 through 6. This continues until the stamina score until either you or the creature you are fighting has been reduced to 0. Death.
Uh-oh.
Escaping from battles. On some pages, you will be given the option of escaping from battle. You may only escape if it is offered to you on the page. If you do run away, the creature automatically scores 1 wound on you. Subtract 2 stamina points as you flee. Such is the price of cowardice. You can use luck on this wound in the normal way. See using luck in battles below. Luck. Sometimes you will be told to test your luck. As you will discover, using luck is a risky business. The way you test your luck is as follows. Roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is equal or less than your current luck score, you have been lucky. If the number rolled is higher than your current luck score, you have been unlucky. The consequences of being lucky or unlucky will be found on the page. Each time you test your luck, you must subtract 1 point from your current luck score. So the more you rely on luck, the more risky this becomes. Using luck in battles. In battles, you will always have the option of using your luck either to score a more serious wound on a creature or to minimize the effects of a wound the creature has just scored on you. If you have just wounded the creature, you may test your luck as described above. If you are lucky, subtract an extra 2 points from the creature's stamina, and i.e. 4 instead of 2 normally. But if you are unlucky, you must restore 1 point of the creature's stamina. So instead of scoring the normal 2 points of damage, you now have only scored 1.
Uh-oh.
If the creature has just wounded you, you can test your luck to try to minimize the wound. If you are lucky, restore 1 point of your stamina, i.e. instead of doing 2 points of damage, it has only done 1. If you are unlucky, subtract 1 extra stamina point. Don't forget to subtract 1 point from your luck score each time you test your luck. Restoring skill, stamina, and luck. Occasionally, a page may give instructions to alter your skill score. A magic weapon may increase your skill, but remember that only one weapon can be used at a time. You cannot claim 2 skill bonuses for carrying 2 magic swords. Your skill score can never exceed its initial value unless specifically instructed. Drinking the potion of skill, see you later, will restore your skill to its initial level at any time. Okay, I'm starting to think we get the point.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go through this. Let me fill out our adventure sheet.
Okay, day.
Okay, so yeah, all we have right now is skill, stamina, and luck. We don't have anything else yet.
Ouch.
Background. Okay, let's get into the actual story here.
Ah, crap, we're in trouble now.
Background. Only a foolhardy adventurer would embark upon such a perilous quest without first finding out as much as possible about the mountain and its treasures. Before your arrival at the foot of Firetop Mountain, you spent several days with the townsfolk of a local village some 2 days' journey from the base. Being a likable sort of person, you found it easy to get on with the local peasants. Although they told many stories about the mysterious Warlock sanctuary, you could not feel sure that all, or indeed any, of these were based on fact. The villagers had seen many adventurers pass through on their way to the mountain, but very few ever returned. The journey ahead was extremely dangerous, that you knew for certain. Of those who returned to the village, none contemplated going back to Firetop Mountain. There seemed to be some truth in the rumor that the Warlock's treasure was stored in a magnificent chest with 2 locks, and the keys to these locks were guarded by various creatures within the dungeons. The Warlock himself was a sorcerer of great power. Some described him as old, others as young. Some said his power came from an enchanted deck of cards, others from the silky black gloves that he wore. The entrance to the mountain was guarded by a pack of warty-faced goblins, stupid creatures fond of their food and drink. Towards the inner chambers, the creatures became more fearsome. To reach the inner chambers, you would have to cross a river. The ferry service was regular, but the ferryman enjoyed a good barter, so you should give him a gold piece for the trip. The locals also encourage you to keep a good map of your wanderings, for without a map, you would end up hopelessly lost within the mountain. When it finally came to your day of leaving, the whole village turned out to wish you a safe journey. Tears came to their eyes of many women, young and old alike. You couldn't help wondering whether they were tears of sorrow shed by eyes which would never see you alive again. Your adventure awaits. May your stamina never fail. Now turn over. At last your 2-day hike is over. You unsheath your sword, lay it on the ground, and sigh with relief as you lower yourself down into the mossy rocks to sit for a moment's rest. You stretch, rub your eyes, and finally look up at Firetop Mountain. The very mountain itself looks menacing. The steep face in front of you looks to have been savaged by the claws of some gargantuan beast. Sharp rocky crags jut out at unnatural angles. At the top of the mountain you can see the eerie red coloring, probably some strange vegetation, which has given the mountain its name. Perhaps no one will ever know exactly what grows up there, as climbing the peak must surely be impossible. Your quest lies ahead of you. Across the clearing is a dark cave entrance. You pick up your sword, get to your feet, and consider what dangers may lie ahead of you. But with determination, you thrust the sword home into its scabbard and approach the cave. You peer into the gloom and see dark, slimy walls, with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. You light your lantern. I don't know why I skipped the end there. You light your lantern and step warily into the blackness. Cobwebs brush your face.
No, please.
And you hear the scurrying of tiny feet. Rats, most likely. You set off into the cave. After a few yards, you arrive at a junction. Will you turn west or east?
This is where that map comes in handy. If you can figure out where we are.
Okay, so we're inside that mountain right there.
Okay. So where's the little legend that says west, northwest, east, and south?
There isn't one.
There should be somewhere.
Also, this is the entire kingdom. Right. We're in this mountain.
I know. Let's go west.
Okay. West it is.
West.
10 to 71. There is a right-hand turn to the north in the passage. Cautiously, you approach a sentry post on the corner, and as you look in, you can see a strange goblin-like creature in leather armor asleep at his post. You try to tiptoe past him. Test your luck! If you are lucky, he does not wake up and remains snoring soundly. Turn to 301. If you are unlucky, you step with a crunch on some loose ground and his eyes flick open.
Ugh.
Well, our luck is 9, so I doubt we're getting lucky on this one.
So.
Oh, we did get lucky.
Luck be a lady too. Cool.
But that means we subtract 1, so it's now 8. Turn to 301. To your left, on the west face of the passage, there is a rough-cut wooden door. You listen at the door and can hear a rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. Do you want to open the door? If so, turn to 82. If you wish to press on northwards, turn to 208.
Never disturb a snoring creature.
Okay, 208.
Have I taught you nothing?
But what if it's a puppy?
Puppies don't snore, they snuffle.
What if it's a dragon?
They don't snore, they snorkel.
What if it's ninja?
She snores like a freaking freight train. She's awesome. And still, you don't disturb a snoring creature.
But I want to pet it.
Do not wake the sleeping dragon goddess. You know better. Well, I mean, she's your dragon goddess, so you could get away with it.
Okay, so we press on northwards, turn to 208.
Mm-hmm.
Further up the passage along the west wall, you see another door. You listen at it, but hear nothing. If you want to, do we try opening the door or continue northwards?
I mean, it's a door. We've got to open it.
Okay.
That's an immoral imperative. Got to do
to the door. To the window, to the walls.
I have raised you right. I'm so proud. Oh my golly, it's a holly. Never mind.
The door opens to reveal a small room with a stone floor and dirty walls. There is a stale smell in the air. In the center of the room is a makeshift wooden table on which is standing a lit candle. Under the table is a small box. In the far corner of the room is a straw mattress. Open the box or leave the room.
I'm an old woman. Of course I gotta open the box.
All right. 10 to 240.
Open.
Open salami.
No, leave the salami at home. This is not a sausage fest. Thank you.
The box is light, but something rattles within. You open the lid and a small snake darts out to bite your wrist.
Aww.
You must fight the snake.
Oh, you're a cute little thing. Can't I just pet the snake?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Man, these people are mean.
So, encounter.
We can't befriend the snake?
No.
No friendly nope ropes in this one?
No.
Damn it.
Encounter 1 snake. Skill 5. Stamina 2. Okay, now I'm gonna reread the combat rules to make sure I don't fuck this up like I did with Sonic.
That's my boy.
Okay, let's see. Roll the 2 dice for the creature. Add its skill score. This is its total attack strength. Eight plus 13, so it does an attack of 13. 8 plus 5 is 13.
I thought I did 8 plus 13.
No. See, my attack strength is 17. We have wounded the creature.
We're walking.
Subtract 2 from its stamina. It only had 2 stamina. Snake is dead. If you kill the snake, turn to 145. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. The next thing you know, shawty got low. The box has fallen into the ground during your fight with the snake, and out of it has fallen a bronze-colored key with the number 99 carved into it. You may take this key with you, noted on your equipment list, and leave the room. Add 1 luck point and turn to 363.
Okay.
So our luck is now back to 9. And we have a bronze
Thing.
99 key. Turn to 363. Further up the passage on the west wall, you see another similar door. You listen at the door and grimace to hear the worst singing you have ever heard in your life. Do you want to go in the room and investigate the hideous din, or walk on up the passageway?
Screw it. Let's go check out the hideous din.
All right.
It's not an adventure if you don't die at least twice.
I guarantee we're going to die.
Of course we're going to die. Hello? But it's not like you get
The
out
door
of life alive
opens to
anyway.
reveal a small room. The room is dirty and unkempt. A straw mattress lies in one corner. In the center of the room is a wooden table upon which a candle burns, lighting the room with its flickering flame. A small box rests under the table. Seated around the table are 2 small creatures with warty skin, dressed in leather armor. They are drinking some sort of grog, and by the way they stagger to their feet on your arrival, you assume they are very drunk. You may either draw your sword and leap forward at them, or slam the door quickly and run up the passage.
I want grog. I'm thirsty.
Take their grog. Take their grog is not an option.
Okay, no, I want to join him for some grog. We can't just sit down and.
That's not an option either.
Well, that's rude. What if we're thirsty? No, huh?
No.
Okay, what are my options again? I forgot.
Draw your sword and leap forward at them, or slam the door quickly and run up the passage.
Let's slam the door quickly and run up the passage. Maybe we'll find some more grog somewhere else. Barrel
You
or
and your
something.
grog.
Hey, I'm thirsty. Climbing through mountains and
Running,
petting
jumping,
snakes.
climbing trees, putting on makeup when you get there, yes.
Exactly. It's very...
You eventually arrive at the end of the passage at a three-way junction.
Oh, crap.
You may turn either to the west or to the east.
Let's keep going west.
Okay.
West.
257. I'm going to laugh if we're just going in circles.
No, whenever you're in a maze or you're in...
I know, I'm just saying.
Pick one direction
It would be funny
that.
if it would be funny if it was possible in this book to just end up going in a circle for the rest of your days.
I'm sure we could be.
The passageway runs straight for several meters. I'm sorry, meters.
Meters.
And then ends at a wooden door. You listen at the door and then hear angry shouting coming from within. Will you investigate or turn back?
We investigate. It's not an adventure if we don't just, we gotta check these things out.
Okay, 168. If we die, I'm blaming you.
Oh, we're gonna die. We just have to be positive
You
about
open
it.
the door to a large room. A large chair behind a solid-looking table suggests to you that someone or something of rank uses this room. A chest in the sentry catches your eye. In a corner of the room stands a man-sized creature with a warty face, standing over a smaller creature of similar race. With the whip in his hand, the orc chieftain has been beating his servant, who is whimpering beneath him. Will you attack them both, spring at the chieftain and hope that his servant will aid you, or leave the room and head back for the junction?
I'm sorry, you are not supposed to beat your servants.
No.
So we beat the shit out of him and we save the servant.
All right.
Because again, rude. It's just bad manners.
As you spring at the chieftain, his servant rises to his feet, picks up a hefty wooden stick, and joins
He picks up a hefty wooden stick and joins the chief.
the melee.
Joins the melee, okay.
But to your disappointment, he attacks you, ungrateful wretch.
Rude.
Seeing this, you may escape through the door down the corridor, or continue the fight. If you choose to escape, you suffer normal escaping penalties.
Let's escape anyway.
Yeah, okay. The escape penalties.
Well, we tried, so next time we see that guy, he's screwed, because I'm not helping him. You get
so
one
we
shot.
subtract 2 stamina. So our stamina is now 17. We escape, which is funny because it's spelled just like the word escape.
There you go. Owie.
Yes, I can read. Sometimes.
On occasion when he feels like it.
You arrive back at the junction in the passage and walk straight on eastwards. Turn to 113. But I thought we were going west.
We were supposed to be going west.
You arrive at another junction in the passage. You may either go northwards or continue eastwards.
North.
That's where the border is.
Isn't that where we're headed?
I was making a north of the border joke.
God.
You see a well-used door on the right-hand east side of the passageway. With your ear to the keyhole, you listen and hear a man screaming for help from inside. Will you open the door or walk on?
I'm stupid. Of course I'm going to check it out.
213. Swear to God, if it's another ungrateful asshole.
Oh, it's probably another ungrateful.
The door is locked. You may try to charge it down by rolling 2 dice. If the number rolled is equal to or less than your skill score, the door bursts open, turn to 36. If the number is greater than your skill score, the door still remains closed, and you lose 1 stamina point for your bruised shoulder, and you must progress up the passage.
Okay.
Okay, our skill is 12.
Good or bad?
Well, we have to roll lower than that, so yeah, that's good.
Okay.
5.
Well, we rolled lower than a
Turn to
12.
36.
Ow. Son of a fucking cow.
The locked door bursts open and a nauseating stench hits your nostrils. Inside the room, the floor is covered with bones, rotting vegetation, and slime. A wild-haired old man clothed in rags rushes at you, screaming. His beard is long and gray, and he is waving an old wooden chair leg. Is he simply as insane as he appears, or has this been some kind of trap? You may either shout at him to try to calm him down, or draw your sword and attack him.
We have to figure out why he's running first.
Okay. 263.
But you're not supposed to just stab people indiscriminately. That's also rude.
I wasn't going to stab him, I was going to cleave him in twain.
That's also pretty rude because they can't come back from that.
Well, sure, not with that attitude.
Permanent solutions to temporary
You
problems.
shout,
No.
"You are freed, old man!" at the top of your voice. Instantly, his ranting ceases. He stops dead in his tracks and sinks to the floor, weeping loudly. As he gradually composes himself, he thanks you many times. You talk with him in the hope of discovering some of the secrets of the mountain, and he begins to tell his story. Many years ago, he was an adventurer like you in search of the Warlock's treasure. He was captured by the orcs and thrown into the solitary cell as a sort of pet for the creatures. You ask whether he would like to accompany you into the mountain, but he simply wants to leave and see the world again. You ask him for advice, but he says he knows little. He advises you to pay your respects to the boatman. He tells you that you must pull the right-hand lever on the wall ahead to open the iron gate at the end of the passage.
Pull the lever.
He has also learned that the keys to the boathouse are guarded by a man and his dog. You shake hands and leave the room and go your separate ways. Add 1 luck. Well, if we do that, it would exceed the initial score. We're not supposed to do that unless otherwise stated, so we will not be adding 1 luck.
Okay.
Turn to 314. Further up the passage, you see a door in the east wall. You listen hard but can hear no sound. Do you want to open the door to investigate? Or should you walk further up the passage?
You make a decision for change.
That's your job. That's why I have you here. So I can blame you for all the death.
Which one lets me sit down sooner?
Probably opening the door to investigate.
Okay, let's open the door to investigate.
223.
Need to take that dirt nap pretty soon.
The door is firmly locked. You may try to force it open, or you may continue along the corridor.
Keep walking.
But that won't knock down the wall.
I know. It's plain to
She isn't gonna fall. On the east wall of the passage, you see another door, this time made of solid metal. Listening at the door, you hear the sound of tortured screams coming from within. If you wish to try opening the door, turn to 102. Or you can decide to ignore this room and continue up the corridor.
I'm not ignoring the screaming.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Especially now that plus, this could be the door that we have to pull the right-hand lever.
Why do we even have that lever?
The door is not locked and opens. The room in front of you seems to be a small torture chamber with various torture devices around the walls. In the center of the room, 2 small hunchback creatures are having the fiendish way with a dwarf who is tied to a hook in the ceiling by his wrists.
Wow.
The 2 hunchbacks are poking and cutting at him viciously with their swords. The dwarf lets out a final scream and falls silent, eyes closed. His captors make disappointed noises and look around angrily at you as if it were your fault that the door was collapsed. You must act quickly. When you close the door quickly and continue up the corridor, draw your sword and try to fight the creatures, or stride over to the dwarf, give him a jab with your sword, and put on an evil laugh for the torturers.
We're gonna kill the orc.
Hunchback.
We're gonna save the dwarf.
I'm pretty sure the dwarf is dead.
Then why are we stabbing it?
Maybe to confirm that he's dead?
Put him out of his misery?
Maybe.
No, we're not stabbing the dwarf. We go in and we save the dwarf anyway.
Alright.
No man gets left behind. But I get him back to his pipples. Did I not read the right books to you when you were
These two evil creatures are goblins. They attack you one at a time.
Oh, fucking goblins. Are you kidding me? I'd rather fight orcs.
1
Goblins are assholes.
skill,
We're gonna die.
5 stamina,
Just so you know.
5 goblin 2 skill, 5 stamina, 6. Okay, so we roll the dice. Goblin 1 strikes at a 12. We strike at a 11, so
We go to 11, huh?
we lose 2 health.
Okay. But we went to 11.
Goblin 1 strikes with a 10. We strike with a 9. Fuck.
Well, we only lose 1 point.
We lose 2. Goblin 1 strikes with a
7.
12.
How is 3 plus...
Because you add their skill score.
Oh, okay.
So Goblin 1 strikes with a 12. We strike with a
Woo!
14.
Yay!
Wait. Our skill is 12.
12 plus 9.
21.
Thank you. Good Lord.
So
Knew I should have homeschooled you.
Shut up. Goblin 1 loses 2 health.
It's never too late. We can start now.
Goblin 1 strikes with a 14.
Okay, you want to put your camera back? There you go.
We strike with a 20.
Woohoo!
Goblin 1 is almost dead. Hello, Ben from Australia.
Hey!
We have family in Australia.
Which side are you on? Queensland or the other side?
Goblin 1 strikes with an 11. We strike with a lot. Goblin 1 is dead. Now for Goblin 2.
Ooh.
He's from Melbourne, Victoria.
Nice! Nice.
Okay, Goblin 2 has a skill of 5. Strikes with an 11. And we strike with a lot. Down to 4. Nine versus 20.
Yeah.
Down to 2. $11. And ours is 14. Goblin 2 is dead. We win.
Yay!
Though we are down to only 13 health.
Don't care. As your sister would say when she was little, die, die, die.
Yeah. Or fun story. When I played Doom, so I'm currently on hiatus from playing Doom, the 2016 reboot. I was having a good time. I just had to take a break from it. But there was one time is huge encounter. I've got everyone attacking me all over the place, and as they're attacking me, I'm like, yeah, hang on, I'll get to you in a second. You're next. And I'm just shouting at this stuff as I'm fighting. You're like, you come here. You get over here. All right, your turn. Come on. I'll get to you in a second. You're next.
Oh, my ears and whiskers, my son.
You kill the goblins, turn to 317. You cut down the dwarf. He is, as you guessed, dead.
Don't care.
Going through the pockets of the two goblins, you find a large piece of sweet-smelling cheese. I would not trust that.
I am not eating goblin cheese. I don't want to
No.
know whose
If you wish
belly
to take
button
this with
it
you,
came
put
out.
it in your pack and leave the room northwards. Turn to 303. We're going to 303, but we are not taking that goblin cheese.
Oh no, we take it with us.
Okay.
Because we're going to feed it to something else. Because you know there's going to be some kind of Durgan or something that eats it. It just sounds wrong. It's like toe cheese.
Sweet.
From Munda.
You arrive at the end of the passage, where it meets another going east-west. The fuck you mean going east-west? The fuck is east-west?
Okay, east-west means the road goes east and west, as opposed to north and south. If you turn left, you're going east. If you turn right, you're going west.
But an iron portcullis blocks your way, and no amount of charging is going to budge it. On the wall to your right are two levers, and it seems likely that these levers have something to do with raising the portcullis. Do you wish to pull the right lever or the left lever? Aha! The old man we rescued said to pull the right lever.
There you go.
So we're going to pull the right lever.
There you go. Owie. Ah. Son of a...
128.
Sorry.
You hear a deep rumbling noise, and the ground begins to shudder. Slowly and noisily, the portcullis rises into the ceiling. You may now walk to the junction. Will you turn west or east?
West.
210. Shortly along the passage, you arrive at another junction where you may either go straight ahead westwards or northwards.
Westwards.
I'm going to laugh if it turns out that the strategy to beat this book is to just keep going west. The passageway continues westward and then turns due north. Some way up, you reach a junction where a narrow passage runs off to the west. Will you continue northwards or take the west way? Let me guess. To the west.
At least I'm consistent. We're exploring westwards.
As you walk along the corridor, you can see ahead that it is getting narrower. At one point, you stoop, and as you do so, a deep, resonating laugh starts up around you. Do you wish to continue, or do you wish to turn back?
I'm already this far.
All right, 281. The narrow passageway eventually becomes too small for you to walk on. You get down on your hands and knees and crawl. Eventually, you will get no further, and there seems to be no way through. So you decide to return to the main passage. You head for the junction, turn to 10. You arrive back at the junction and turn northwards, turn to 77. Well, that was short. Several meters up the passageway, you arrive at a junction where you may turn either west or east. Set in the rock on the north wall is a small recess where you may rest and eat provisions without being seen. If you wish to take provisions here, do so. Afterwards, you may set off either eastwards or westwards. Let me guess. Well,
I want to eat.
The only provisions we have is that goblin cheese.
Oh, never mind. Can we rest?
That's only for taking provisions.
Damn it.
Let me see. See, is there resting? Does resting do anything?
Well, we're going west because it rhymes with rest. Yeah, that's it. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Oh, you start the game with enough provisions for 10 meals.
See, so we could have a meal. Sustenance. We need sustenance.
Okay, so provisions.
Sustenance.
9. And we go back up to our 19 stamina.
There you go. Oh, shit.
Each provision adds 4 points, and you may only eat one meal at a time. So we're up to 17 out of 19.
Okay.
Westwards.
Oh, it's like Oregon Trail all over again.
You walk westwards along the passageway. After 50 meters or so, the way turns northwards. 2 or 3 paces up the passage, you hear a crumbling beneath your feet, and you try to leap back as the ground gives way. Test your luck! If you are lucky, you manage to leap quietly backwards before a pit opens. If you are unlucky, you are too slow and fall over 2 meters down into a pit. Lose 1 stamina point. If you were lucky, you had better return to the junction. If you were unlucky, turn to 348.
Okay.
We were lucky.
Yay! And the peasants rejoiced.
261.
Oof.
You reach the junction and continue eastwards. Turn to 345. You follow the passage eastward for several meters. Then it turns into the north. Shortly, you reach another junction where you may either go straight on, or you may turn right into an eastwards passage that soon turns north. You want to go straight?
Yes.
381. The passage ends at a wooden door trimmed in iron. Various inscriptions adorn the door, but none make any sense to you. You listen but hear nothing. You may either open the door or return to the junction. Bomber, yes, I'm okay. Yes, I do have a case of depression, but no, I'm just trying not to. I'm trying to keep the narration serious. Somebody asked if I'm depressed.
I'm trying to figure out how we're doing this serious.
You know what I mean. I have resting kill me face.
Well, it's better than John's resting serial killer face.
Yeah. So do we open the door or return to the junction?
You know I'm going to open the door.
Okay. Open the door!
If I'm going to die, I'm going to die quickly!
The door opens into a small room, comfortably furnished with a table, several chairs, and a large bookcase which covers one wall. Seated at the table is an old man with a long gray beard, and squatting on the old man's shoulder is a small winged beast. This creature is no more than 6 centimeters tall. It has 2 arms and legs, its skin is a dusty gray color. It has tiny, sharp white teeth, and its wings are folded behind its back. The old man says nothing as you walk in through the door, but he beckons you over to sit down at the table. He is tossing in his hand 2 small white objects. Will you sit down as he tells you, leave the room and return to the junction, or draw your sword and rush forward? He seems nice. We should sit down with him.
We should sit down and talk.
We should sit down with him. The old man does not look up from the table, but his devilish little pet eyes you suspiciously and starts chattering in a small, squeaky voice.
Oh.
The old man grunts and asks you whether you are game for a wager. Will you accept? You may only do so if you have at least 1 gold piece with you. If so, return it to 130. If not, you may either leave the room or attack the man. Do we start with gold?
Keep attacking everybody.
Do we start with gold? I don't think we started with any gold. Yeah, I don't think we have any gold here. So we're going to have to pass. We will leave the room.
Okay.
You arrive back at the junction and this time take the passageway to the east. The passageway runs for several paces eastwards, then turns north. Turn to 3011. The passageway ends in a door at which you listen but hear nothing. Trying the handle, you find that the door opens to reveal a large square room. The room is completely bare, but the door is covered in a mosaic of tiles. Two shapes stand out on the floor: star-shaped tiles and hand-shaped tiles. A door on the opposite wall is the only way through. Do you walk across the room to the door? Walk across the room stepping only on stars, or walk across the room stepping only on hands?
Good Lord, it's the Baron Munchausen movie all over again. I don't want to step on hands, they'll grab me.
No. They're hand-shaped tiles.
Oh, I don't know. I'd still be weirded out thinking they were going to grab me.
All right, so normally you're only on stars.
And what?
Normally or only on stars. How are we going to walk to the door?
Only on the stars.
All right, 178. You tiptoe precariously across the room to the door in the north wall. You open the door and proceed through it. Okay, so that was the right answer. The passageway ahead runs northwards, and you follow this until you reach another junction. Here you may either continue northwards or you may turn westwards. Wait. Let me guess. You want to go west.
Yep. Hey, a girl's got to be consistent, you know.
69. Nice. Some way along the passage, the corridor bends round to the north, and you follow it until you reach another junction. At this junction, you can see an arrow cut into the rock pointing to the north, and you decide to try this direction. Turn to 244. The passage runs northwards, and ahead you can hear the splashings of an underground river. The air becomes cool and fresh. You soon reach a wide opening of a riverbank, but despair as you look across to see no way to the other side. To the east, the river flows through a cave in the rock. You may either sit, rest, and eat provisions, or continue by what seems to be the only way forward, jumping into the river and swimming downstream.
Well, I'm a good swimmer. How about you?
50-50. I passed the swimming test.
Okay.
I just can't tread water for very long.
How long can you... Sorry.
No joke. Technically, I failed the tread water test by like 3 seconds. So, technically, I can swim. The actual swimming part I'm good at. Treading water for long periods of time, not so much.
Not so much, huh?
So let's swim. The current is strong and takes you swiftly downstream. You are washed along through a narrow opening and out into a large cavern with banks on both sides. The current washes you onto the south bank. Turn to 218. You are on the south bank of an underground river facing across its black depths. There appear to be 4 ways of crossing. To your left, a rusted bell bears the sign, "Ferry service, 2 gold pieces, please ring." There is a small raft in front of you on the bank with a long stick resting beside it. You could punt across the river. A rickety old bridge crosses on the right. If you don't trust any of these, you may swim. Which will you choose? Ring the bell, punt the raft across, risk the bridge, or swim?
I am going to swim. We're already wet.
All right. 316. The water is icy cold. You start to swim and notice that your splashings are attracting a moving turbulence in the water. Will your strength and stamina hold out? Roll 2 dice. If the roll is equal to or less than your stamina score, you believe you can make it and swim furiously for the north bank. Turn to 251. If the roll totals more than your stamina score, you decide not to risk it and return to the south bank. You may eat provisions on the south bank. 11. And our stamina is 17. So we're going to swim furiously to the north bank.
Yep.
You gain ground on the turbulence in the water, but a few meters from the north bank you notice two sinister reptilian eyes on the surface of the water watching you. You are swimming straight for them. If you decide you'd rather not face the owner of the eyes, you may turn around and head straight back to the south bank at full speed. You arrive exhausted, lose one stamina point. Alternatively, you can risk the eyes ahead. You may try a detour which will send you nearer to the turbulence.
Oh, we're just gonna go straight for the eyes, because it may be a friendly, you don't know. I mean, it's gonna eat us and kill us. But there's a possibility. It's a small possibility.
A huge jaw yawns open in front of you.
We're
By the
gonna
size
die.
of it, the crocodile you are swimming towards must be at least 3 meters long. The beast slaps its tail in the water and glides toward you. You must fight 2 attack rounds.
Ooh, if we win, we can make some boots and a belt, maybe a hat.
Crocodile.
Alligator meat's good. I'm guessing crocodile meat's not too bad.
Skill 7. Stamina 6. Your combined thrashings attract a turbulence in the water, which you had noticed before, and this now makes its way towards your part of the river. If you believe that the crocodile is on its last legs and you wish to continue the battle, then do so. Okay, so we have to do 2 rounds at least.
Okay.
But we are allowed to,
retreat?
Well, we're allowed to run away after that.
Yeah. Retreat.
Okay.
Run away!
Out of the corner of your eye, you notice this and must decide what to do. If you believe the crocodile is on his last legs, then you wish to continue the battle and do so if you win, turn into 259. Otherwise, you can keep the beast occupied in the faint hope that this mysterious visitor will help you in some way. You have 1 more attack round. Crocodile attacks with 14. We attack with 16. Crocodile goes down to 4 stamina. Crocodile attacks with 17. We attack with 16. We're down to 15 stamina.
Okay, did.
That was our 2 rounds. I say we keep it occupied in the hope that the mysterious visitor will help out in some way.
There you go.
Have
I
1
like
more
that
attack
plan.
round and turn to 350. Crocodile attacks with 15. We attack with
42.
No.
Damn it.
We attack with 19. Crocodile is down to 2 stamina. Turn to 350. As the turbulence surrounds you, you can feel the jostlings of many small fish. They start ripping your flesh with vicious spikes, and you realize that you are surrounded by deadly piranhas. If during your struggle with the crocodile you have wounded it, you are lucky, and most of the fish attack the bleeding reptile. If you have not wounded the crocodile, then the fish may go for either you or it. Throw 1 die. If you throw 1 or 2, the majority of the piranhas go for you. If you throw a 3 or 6, the majority attack the crocodile. Well, haha, we got lucky. We've already wounded it, so we're lucky, and the fish attack the bleeding reptile.
Ah.
Treat the piranhas as a single creature. If, as a result of the above, the majority of the fish attack you, their scores are skill 5, stamina 5. If, as a result of the above, the majority attack the crocodile and the remainder attack you, they have stamina 1. So, piranhas. Skill 5, stamina 1. So the piranhas attack us with 13. We attack with 22. Piranhas are dead. We win.
Woo-woo.
If you win, you can swim to shore 2 to 7. You may eat provisions here and restore 1 luck point.
Okay,
Our luck is full.
that's fine. But we still need provisions. We just had a big fight. We just expended a lot of energy.
Okay. Provisions 8. And we are back to 19 health.
Okay.
Hello, Max. Turn to 7. You are on the north bank of the fast-flowing river in a large underground cavern. Turn to 214. Facing northwards, the rock face is smooth and glistening with moisture. Moss of many different hues grows on the surface. There is an eerie silence punctuated only by the splashings of the river as it flows behind you. You have 3 options. A passage runs off to the north. You may take this to the northwest. You may take this route. A large timber door is directly in front of you in the middle of the rock face. You may open the door. Another passage runs out along the river eastwards. You may follow this riverbank. So, passage to the northwest, door directly in front of us in the middle of the rock, or eastward riverbank. Door.
I like doors.
Door. 104. You find yourself in a short, narrow passageway with the door ahead to the north. You try this door. Turn to 49. The door squeaks open on rusty hinges. The door is dark and your eyes begin to adjust themselves as you close the door behind you. You hear a shuffling in the room, but before you can react, a blow to your head knocks you senseless. Lose 2 stamina points and turn to 122.
Well, that was rude.
17. Turn to 122.
Just sneak up.
You awake with a throbbing head and look around. The room is about 8 meters square, with doors on the north and south. You have been dumped in the southwest corner. Standing motionless in the center of the room are 4 men. At least they appear to be men. Their skin is a greeny-gray color. Their clothes are tattered and torn, and they are all staring vacantly at the ceiling. One carries a club, one a scythe, one an axe, and one a pick. They are ignoring you completely. Around the room are various peasant-style weapons, pitchforks, axe handles, pointed sticks, etc. 1 or 2 shields and several barrels. In the northeast corner is a human corpse with a sword in one hand and a shield in the other. You move your hand up to your head to feel for signs of blood, and you are relieved to find you are not bleeding. But as your hand moves, the strange creatures in the center of the room turn their eyes down toward you. Do you try to talk to them, jump to your feet and charge them with your sword, or scramble for an exit through the south door?
Communication is key.
All right. Let's try to talk to them. 268. Their vocabulary is limited to a series of moans and groans. They appear not to be intelligent at all. Furthermore, your conversation merely serves to attract their attention to you. They grip their weapons, and it looks as though you will have to fight them. However, there is a slim chance that you could make it to the door you came in through. If you want to try for that door, turn to 13. If you have resigned yourself to a battle, turn to 282.
Battle.
All right, 282.
To the melee.
To the melee. You can kick some fucking ass in the melee. The 4 creatures shuffling towards you are mindless zombies. Their vacant eyes suggest that their actions are controlled by a will which is not of their own. You are still too dizzy to think properly, but you must act quickly. The first zombie reaches you and prepares to swing his club. You must fight him. Zombie.
Oof.
Skill 7. Stamina 6. So zombie attacks us with 9. And we attack with 21. Zombie is down to 4 stamina. Zombie attacks with 12. We attack with 19. Zombie is down to 2 stamina. Zombie attacks with 15. We attack with 19. Zombie is dead.
Yay. The zombie was already dead.
If you defeat the first zombie, add 2 luck points and turn to face the other 3. Fight each in turn. So zombie with scythe.
What did we do? Bring it back to life?
No.
It was already dead. Zombies are dead.
Shut up.
Well, they're undead. Okay, never mind.
6 stamina.
Sorry. Oh, fuck.
6. Pick.
Anybody want to trade knees, hips,
Skill.
feet, shoulders?
6. Stamina.
Really should not have run cross country when I was young.
6. Axe. Skill. 6. Stamina. 5. Okay. The scythe zombie attacks with 16. We attack with also 16.
Okay.
We miss. We both miss. Pick zombie attacks with 13, and we attack with 22. So pick zombie is down to 4 stamina. Axe zombie is then attacks with 11. We attack with 15. Axe zombie is down to 4. Scythe zombie attacks with 10. We attack with 21. Scythe zombie is down to 4. Pick zombie attacks with 11. We attack with 20. So pick zombie is down to 2. Axe zombie attacks with 13. We attack with 18. So axe zombie is down to 2. Scythe attacks with 6, 12. We attack with 19. So scythe zombie is down to 2. Pick attacks with 16. We attack with 21. So pick zombie is dead.
Can't we just throw Keanu Reeves at him? Or
No.
Chris Hemsworth?
No. Axe zombie attacks with 13. We attack with...
Hey, Keanu beat the... Kill him, man.
We attack with 19. Axe zombie is dead.
Just John Wickham.
Scythe attacks with 16. We attack with 19. Scythe zombie is dead. We beat the zombies. If you defeat all 4, turn to 115.
Yay.
The poor wretches lying dead at your feet almost look happy to be relieved of the burden of life. But as you look down at them, you sense that you are not the only one to know of their deaths. Looking around the room, you may investigate the weapons lying around, Go over to the dead body in the northeast corner or check the barrels.
Check the barrels. You never know what kind of hobbits are hiding in them.
3:30.
Sneaky little bastards.
The barrel contains a clear brown liquid. You sniff it. It smells like rum. You taste it. It is rum.
Woohoo!
You cup your hands, pour some in, and take a swig. You gasp, by golly, it's good. Restore 6 points of stamina and 1 point of luck.
Yay!
Luck and stamina are back to full. Turn to 81. A noise startles you, prompting you to leave the room quickly. You walk up to investigate the north door. Turn to 205. The door opens, and you find yourself in a dark crypt of some kind. The room is very large. At one end is an altar, and various coffins are strewn about the room. There is a door behind you in the south wall, and also one in the west wall. If you want to investigate the room further, turn to 254. If the place gives you the creeps, you can leave via the west door. Turn to 380.
Let's head west.
380. You are in a narrow east-west corridor. Looking westwards, you can see a crossroads ahead. You go on to the crossroads. Turn to 37.
There you go. Okay, now if there's a dude with a fiddle at the crossroads, I'm out. Just so you know. I don't know how to play the fiddle. I will lose that particular thing.
Standing at the crossroads, you may go either north, west, or south.
West.
You follow the passage westwards until it turns around a corner to the south. Just before the bend is a signpost which reads, "Under construction." In front of you is the beginning of a stairway leading downwards. Only 3 steps have been built so far. A number of shovels, picks, and other tools were lying on the ground by the steps, but as you turned the corner, they suddenly flurried into action and began working into the steps. You are now watching various tools digging and hammering as if being handled by invisible workers. A humming chant becomes louder, and you recognize it as, "Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go." As you stand watching, you start to chuckle. The scene is quite amusing. You sit and watch and even manage to chat to some of the magical tools. Gain 2 stamina points and 1 skill point whilst you relax. Then turn back up the passageway to the crossroads, where you may either go northwards or southwards.
Oh, let's go north.
Okay, that was funny. And topical.
I know, that was funny. I liked it.
You are following a passageway which leads ahead to the north. After several meters, it bends sharply to the east. You continue eastwards until you eventually come across a narrow opening in the north wall. You may go through this opening or continue eastwards.
Eastwards? I thought we were heading westwards.
We're heading... whatever. We're heading somewhere. North opening in the north wall or eastwards?
Oh, let's go through the opening in the wall.
89.
Why not? Maybe we'll find Caradel Ben.
You climb through the opening and find yourself at the top of a narrow staircase leading downwards. Cautiously, you descend the stairs. Turn to 286. The narrow staircase is cut into the rock, and there are about 20 steps leading down. At the bottom of the steps, a passageway leads you into a large open chamber. This chamber stinks of putrefying flesh. The smell is so bad that you are tempted to turn back. 3 bodies lie in the chamber. You may either search the bodies or tiptoe quietly through the room. What will you do? Search the first body, search the second body, search the third body, or tiptoe through the room?
Well, let's search the bodies. There might be something useful.
Okay, which one?
The first one, the one closest to us.
All right. 294. You find 5 gold pieces in the pockets of the corpse.
Woo, we're rich.
5 gold. 5. Enter these on your adventure sheet and add 1 luck point to for your find. Search the second body, search the third body, or tiptoe through the room northwards.
Let's go for the woods. No, wait. Gotta search the second body.
Alright.
Gotta search all the bodies.
As you move over towards the second body, you accidentally kick the third corpse on the floor. Its eyes flick open, and it quickly sits up and slashes at you with its long, sharp fingernails. Test your luck. If you are lucky, the creature misses. If you are unlucky, it has cut you across the leg and you suffer 1 stamina points worth of damage.
Okay.
7, we're lucky.
Yay.
The creature misses. Turn to 230. The creature now standing before you is a semi-decayed man. His quick eyes dart from side to side, watching you. His long tongue flashes out with a hissing noise.
Ew.
His teeth and nails are sharp, and he doesn't seem to be afraid of your weapon. He is a ghoul!
I hate ghouls. Well, you know, ghouls just want to have fun.
Skill 8. Stamina 7. He has the ability to paralyze you if he scores 4 separate wounds on you during this battle, so beware. He attacks with 18. We attack with 22. 5. He attacks with 17. We attack with 21. Okay. He attacks with 13. We attack with 21. He attacks with 11. We attack with 19. The ghoul is dead.
Yay. Serves him right.
We defeat him, turn to 390.
Bastard.
The ghoul twitches and dives at your feet. You search its body and find little of interest. A couple of earrings worth 1 gold piece between them and are in its pockets. You may take these. If you haven't already searched the first body, you may do so and find 5 gold pieces, which you may also take. You may also stop here and eat provisions. You can add 2 luck points for killing the ghoul. Now you may either press on northwards or search the second body.
We gotta search the second body.
Okay. You search the pockets of the other body and find 8 gold pieces.
Yay.
So we now have 13 gold.
Yay.
A bottle of liquid and an old piece of parchment. You may take these items. To read the parchment, turn to 212. To test the liquid, turn to 369.
Okay.
So what are we going to do? Are we going to read the parchment or test the liquid?
I'm gonna read the parchment first, just in case it says something about the liquid. I've seen that movie. No thank you.
Here lies the illiterate fuck.
Yeah,
The parchment is well worn and almost illegible. It is a map of some sort, headed The Maze of Zagor. You can make little sense of it, although a room to the north is marked ... Gur, and another to the east is marked SM ... P ... LE. You fold up the map and put it in your pocket. If you have not yet tested the liquid and wish to do so, turn to 369. Otherwise, you can make your way northwards, turn to 120. Shall we test the liquid?
Now we test the liquid.
369. Nice. You swallow some of the liquid, turn to 109.
Speaking of which, hydrate!
The liquid is smooth and watery, and as you drink it, you begin to glow. You feel euphoric and a little drunk at the same time. Your confidence grows and your wariness disappears. The bottle contains holy water, blessed by the overpriests of Kainlesh Ma. It has restored your stamina almost to full strength. Increase your stamina to 2 points below your initial stamina. If your stamina was already higher than this, leave it as is. You are strong enough. Add points to your current skill. To take the total of 1 point on your initial skill, you may add 4 luck points for making such a lucky find. If you have already looked at the parchment, you may leave the room northwards. If you have not, you may look at it, or you may forget about it and go northwards anyway. But we have looked at it. It is time to go northwards. You leave the chamber, walk down a short passage, and reach a staircase going up. You climb the stairs and arrive at the top of the passageway. Turn to 197. At the top of the stairs, the passage turns sharply to the east. As you pause to get your bearings, you hear a creaking in the rock behind you. You spin round in time to see a heavy portcullis drop to seal off the passageway behind you. Your only way now is forward. You may either press on forward or may check the walls for secret passages.
Ooh, I like secret passages.
All right, 295. I'm going to laugh if this takes us directly to the Warlock. Let's be real, that'd be funny as hell.
Then we die quickly.
You find no secret passages.
There you go.
However, your explorations attract some sort of creature, and as you listen, you can hear something coming down the corridor towards you. To find out what sort of wandering monster you have come across, turn to 161. You must fight the creature, and if you defeat it, you may press on down the passageway, turning to 48. However, at section 161, you will not be told where to progress to, so write down 48 now so you will know where to go after 161.
Okay, that's funny.
Why would it not tell you where to progress to? Okay. After 161, go to 48. Go to 161.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have noted the reference as instructed on the last page. You will return to that reference after dealing with the creature you're about to encounter. Your tappings and scrapings at the rock face you as you search for secret doors and passageways resound through the dungeon corridors. Various creatures roam freely through the underworld, and your noises have just attracted the attentions of one of the following monsters. Roll 1 die. Consult the table below and over to find out what has come to investigate. Fight the creature as normal. Wandering monsters never carry any treasure. If you defeat this monster, return to the reference you have noted. Okay, let's see. What are we fighting? A troll. Don't feed them.
Exactly.
Troll.
Do we get to squeeze them and shake their hair?
No. Wrong troll.
Damn it. Those are the fun ones with their eyes bug out. Stress relieving trolls.
Stamina 4. So the troll attacks with 15. We attack with 21. 2. Troll attacks with 17. We attack with 16. Troll is dead.
Ding dong, the troll is dead.
Now we turn to 48, which I guess they just forgot to tell us. I'm sorry, that's hilarious.
That's insane.
You are in an east-west corridor. If you go east, you will turn a corner northwards. To go this way, turn to 391. To go west, turn to 60. I'm guessing you want to go west.
Yes, please.
You turn west. You leave the mountain. You walk along the corridor, only to find that the way westwards is blocked by heavy portcullis. You walk back to where you were. Turn to 48. Then why
blame the
give
girl
us
for
the
trying.
option?
Can't blame the girl for trying.
Okay, turn to 391, I guess.
I guess so.
You are at the south end of a north-south corridor. Looking northwards, you can see a passage coming off the east wall. Do you want to go up this passage, check for secret passages as you walk northwards, or to go south following a bend to the west?
Oh, go south. Following the bend to the
That turns us back to 48.
Oh, fuck it. Then go the other way.
Go up the passage?
Go the way we haven't gone. You know, what is the Star Trek thing? Out into unknown. Where no man has gone before or whatever.
Let's check for secret passages as we walk northwards.
Well, of course.
As you try the walls up the passageway, a secret door opens up along the west wall. Turn to 177. You are standing in a north-south passage. To the north, you can see a passage off to the east. To investigate, turn to 52. To the south, the passage turns westwards. You may go to the southern end of this passage by turning to 391. In the west wall in front of you is a secret door. Secret door.
Well,
you are standing in a narrow corridor. Behind you is a secret door to the east. Ahead of you is a crossroads. Go through the door or walk through the crossroads. Well, walk through the door gets us back to where we just were, so crossroads.
There you go.
267.
Again, avoid weirdos with banjos and shit. Yeah, that too. And fiddles. No banjos, no fiddles.
You now stand at a crossroads. Go north, south, east, or west.
Ah, crap. Yes.
West. You walk a few meters down the passage and find yourself at a dead end. You may either return to the crossroads or investigate the end of the passage.
Let's investigate the passage that we're at.
Turn to 30.
Gotta be nosy.
A loose stone falls out to reveal a rope in the rock. If you wish to pull it, turn to 67. If you feel it would be wiser to leave it alone, you can return to the crossroads.
Oh, I'm pulling on that rope. I have to know.
It's the instant death rope.
Shit.
You pull on the rope and a small door swings open, revealing a passage into a north-south corridor. Will you return to the crossroads or go through the secret door?
Oh, I'm stupid. I'm going to Narnia. Just go through the door.
177.
You know I am not so bright.
You are standing in a north-south passage. To the north, you can see a passage off to the east. To investigate, turn to 52. To the south, the passage turns westwards. You may go to the southern end of the passage by turning to 391. In the west wall in front of you is a secret door. To go through this, turn to 175.
Secret door.
You are standing in a narrow corridor. Behind you is a secret door to the east. Ahead of you is a crossroads. To go through the door, turn to 170. Okay, so this is just going us in circles.
Okay.
Walk to the crossroads then. Well, I guess we could go to the southern end of the passage.
Okay.
Southern end of the passage. You are at the south end of a north-south corridor. Looking northwards, you can see a passage coming off the east wall. Go up the passage. You are standing in a T-junction where a passage to the east comes off a north-south corridor. Go south, check for secret passages on the way south. Go north, check for secret passages on the way north or east. She's doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
South.
South.
Checking passages as we go.
Okay. 362.
Son of a fucking bitch. Sorry.
As you try the walls up the passageway, a secret door opens up along the west wall. 177. And we're back here. I'm going to call it for now. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. And now we're stuck going in circles.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make us go in circles.
We're picking everything and we're stuck going in circles.
It doesn't matter what we pick, we're going in circles. I tried to get us killed.
I know. So yeah, I'm going to call it there. We will continue this in another stream.
There we go.
Yay!
Yay.
All right. See you guys.
Stay safe, everybody.